How's your metabolism? Is it pretty slow? Maybe when you were 18, you were able to eat anything you wanted without gaining weight. But as you've been aging over the past few decades, you've been putting on some weight from just breathing air, right? What can we do about this slowing down of your metabolism? And how is it even possible that we're gaining this weight over the course of time? Our adipose tissue has only a certain capacity to store fat. Once we exceed the capacity of our adipose tissue to store fat, it starts overflowing to the inner organs like the liver and the muscle and the heart and the pancreas. And we also get visceral fat around the inner organs. And this fat inside the cells causes metabolic damage. To give you an analogy, it's like taking a nice bath, but if you overdo it with the water, it starts overflowing not only in your bathroom, but also in your living room. And that may be a clear disaster. This water may damage your furniture, your hard wooden floors, your carpet, and the damage may be substantial. This is a normal liver under the microscope, and this is fatty liver with all the fatty droplets. And the fatty droplets make some metabolic disturbances in the liver and cause insulin resistance. The fat stored inside the cells also disrupts the mitochondrial function, and mitochondria are the powerhouse of the cell. That's why we don't have enough energy. That's why we go for coffee or even more food, but still feel sluggish. And what can we do to turn it around? That's why we conducted the study that has just been published in JAMA Network Open. We randomized 244 overweight people to follow a low-fat vegan diet that consisted of fruits and vegetables and whole grains and legumes, or to stay on their usual portion control diet for 16 weeks. We were measuring their metabolism using indirect calorimetry. That's a machine that looks like a spaceship. We place a clear hood over your head and you just breathe normally. And we measure how much carbon dioxide you're breathing out. And that's how we calculate how many calories you're burning. We also were sending people to Yale University to measure the fat content in the liver and in the muscle, how much fat was overflowing to the inner organs. And what we found out was pretty fascinating. People were losing weight on the vegan diet. The average weight loss was more than 14 pounds over the course of 16 weeks. Also, their insulin resistance improved. And the thermic effect of food, which is the increase in energy expenditure after a meal. You know that you warm up when you eat a meal. That's because of the thermic effect of food. When you eat a meal, you release some of the energy in the form of heat. And it turns out that different foods have different effects on the thermic effect of food. The control group didn't change their thermic effect of food at all. But in the vegan group, the thermic effect of food was increased by 14% compared to the control group. That means that their metabolism was speeded up by 14% after, and this happens after each meal. So imagine the consequences in a year or even in a decade. The liver fat content was reduced by 34%, which is a marked reduction in 16 weeks. And I need to say that there's no medication for fatty liver. Lifestyle, a healthy diet, and exercise are the only ways how to lose the fat in the liver. And so a reduction by 34% on a vegan diet is a substantial reduction. The muscle fat was reduced by 10%, which is also excellent. So to summarize the results of this randomized clinical trial, 16 weeks of a low-fat vegan diet led to a substantial weight loss of 14 pounds, improved insulin sensitivity, improved metabolism, and also reduced liver fat by 34%. So I'd like to encourage you to give a vegan diet a try to speed up your metabolism and make it more efficient.